All great movie monsters have mothers. How did they raise such great kids? Hey, welcome to Questions and Absurdities, the podcast where we ask really absurd questions and answer even more absurdly. This is the box fort. I am Ryan. I am joined by Duncan, Jordan, and our special guest this week, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Ready to answer some really absurd questions? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, here's kind of how it goes, Matt. This is the duck system. I have to introduce you to the duck system, and for those who don't know, who are watching or listening, you have a colored duck, black duck. Jordan's got the blue duck. Duncan, you've got the red duck. You guys will give a creative answer to the prompted question, and I will judge, kind of based on what you give me, how many ducks you get out of 5. So 1 to 5 ducks. After you get the ducks, at the end of the episode, you'll all put them into a hat, and the more ducks you have, the more, I guess, the better chance you have of winning. So we'll jump into it.
What do I win?
Oh, that will come later.
Okay.
Surprise.
Don't worry.
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
That's right.
A
surprise. A surprise.
That's what it's from. It's from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Johnny Depp. Look it up. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's also Mother's Day week.
Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And so that prompted the question, all great movie monsters have mothers.
They do.
And we want to know, how did they raise such successful kids?
Good question.
Yeah, it is. So we want to kick it off. Duncan, can you start?
I do have a visual aid, and I want to jump right into it, but I'll kind of preface a little bit. So, my movie monster that I chose is James P. Sullivan, and it's a little different than what you might have thought. It's not like your Godzillas or those kind of things. But here's the deal. James P. Sullivan is a movie monster, Monsters, Inc., if you haven't seen it. And I have created a PowerPoint for you that shows the 7 reasons, you can pull it up, why James P. Sullivan's mom did an excellent job. And it's not because we know James P. Sullivan's mom. We don't have to know her. We get to see the fruits of her labor. We get to see it.
Oh.
You know, so
yeah.
I'm going to give you some examples from the movies on why James P. Sullivan really crushed. His mom's really crushed the
Mom
scene.
raised him right.
Put it into presentation mode?
I'm just going to slide up and down. The viewers can watch it differently. Okay, so number 1.
Effort into this.
Number 1. Okay, he is college educated.
It's because of the sequel, right?
Monsters University.
Yeah.
So you know his mom raised him
Prequel.
right.
Sequel.
It was sequel in real life, prequel, and okay. Anyways, but his mom taught him that education was important.
Yes.
Big deal for parents to do. Second, how to choose great friends. Mike Wazowski. Now, if you watch Monsters University, there was a story there. We're not going to get into it, but he chose great friends, and they did a lot of work together over the years.
Kind of forgot about it. The movie.
Well, I'm telling you right now. Physically fit, healthy lifestyle. Used a lot of montages all over the place of not Mike Wazowski. James P. Sullivan, Sully. I'm mentioning him as Sully the rest of the time.
Yeah, you don't have to say his full name every time.
I like his full name every time. I think you should continue it.
Sully really worked hard at his physical fitness. So, good moms teach their kids how to eat healthy, live healthy. It's important.
Sure.
Number 4, he had an accomplished career, huge hard worker. He had the scare record, if you remember.
Yes.
Maybe you don't.
Yes,
for a long time, he held the scare record and one of the best in history. Very renowned at work.
Scare Record Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay.
His boss, Mr. Waternoose, I think it is, he loved him. So
much props for remembering all of these names.
I know,
you
right?
probably could have just looked it up.
I could have, but I did not. I didn't. But he's innovative, right? So him and his friend who he chose, Mike Wazowski, they transitioned the factory from scare power to laugh power. So he changed an entire city after moving from a different type of...
It's changing an entire economy.
And an economy, really. And it was even more powerful than a scare power.
So laugh
Can't even
mogul.
drive electric cars.
And family first, he's good with kids. Him and Boo, great relationship. That was his first... He's not a father yet, but that was his first really trial and error. Great parents make kids who are great parents. Yeah. And this is what what Sully showed us in the movies. And last but not least, he stands up for what's right, up to bullies.
Oh, yeah.
Randall gave him a run for his money, and what we come to find out is his boss was
Randall.
his boss was corrupt, and he was trying to rig the system against these kids that they were scaring.
Yeah.
And Sully really stood up to him and made a difference. And that's, my friends, is why James P. Sullivan's mom did a great job raising him.
What was
Jimmy P.
What was Sully's mom's name? Do you know?
Janet
Janet.
Janet.
P. Sullivan. Janet P. Sullivan.
Her initials also P.
Yeah, they share the same middle name. It's actually Percy.
Percy.
Okay.
Janet Percy Sullivan.
Nice.
James Percy Sullivan. It works both ways.
Yeah.
Wow, great PowerPoint, and I love that you came out swinging with 7 reasons.
7 reasons. Did you see
a
the
lot of reasons.
little monsters in the?
Yeah, I could tell you put effort into a quality PowerPoint. I'm going 4 ducks.
Oh, thanks.
Right off the bat.
Quack,
here.
quack, quack, quack. Am I right? Okay.
Here's 4 ducks for you.
Listen, it's early.
Or late.
Or late. We don't know. Wherever you're watching this.
Time
Again,
doesn't exist in the
it's
box
true.
fort.
We don't know.
We don't know what time.
Where we are, other
Clocks?
than
I don't see any
a box.
We haven't
fort.
drawn one yet.
yet. We
Yeah.
may never.
Jordan, would you like
Yes.
to go next?
Yes, I would. So, we've all heard of this movie monster. I think there's a lore out there. He's quite big in the monster universe at this point in time. King Kong. So,
yes.
King Kong is the movie monster that I chose. Very successful if you look at it in terms of box office revenue, but I don't think that's his fault or that's his doing. I think it's more everybody else kind of deal.
Sure.
Making a big deal out of him. He wants to be humble, I'm sure.
That makes sense.
He just wants to
Because
be
his
on
mother
his,
raised him right.
Yeah, because his mother raised him right.
He's like Keanu Reeves, just kind of stays out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
sense.
Only thrust into the spotlight, I think,
Right.
is really
He
what
didn't
he.
choose to be an actor.
No.
I mean, he's a monkey the size of a building.
It's true.
but-
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
So we're gonna start with a story.
You brought a book.
5 little monkeys.
All right.
So I know he's an ape.
You make sure the camera
Stick
make
with
sure the
me.
camera sees this.
It's got the. It's,
What?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm messing with you.
Spoilers.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Okay. So
5 little monkeys.
5 little monkeys. This represents. I know he's an ape, but just bear with me. This is
We're with you.
is a representation. This represents King Kong, and the 5 Kong brothers. So Kevin,
Brothers.
Kenneth, checks notes.
I'm gonna guess it starts with a K.
Darius. Oh.
Keith, Kyle, and King.
And King, so
So,
that's King.
Kevin,
King.
Kenneth, Keith, Kyle, and King.
King.
Kong.
Kong.
Yeah. Their cousins were actually the Kongs from Nintendo fame.
Oh, Donkey and Diddy.
Donkey
That makes
did.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, but the lesser known Kong
Yeah,
brothers.
smaller too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Oh, okay.
So 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
Okay.
You do.
Jumping on the bed.
There he
Yes.
is, Kong jumping.
One fell off. Whoa! And bumped his head.
Oh no.
I know. Unfortunately, this happened to be King.
King fell off.
King fell off. Now here comes an important part. Mama Kong called the doctor.
What happened?
Doctor.
I didn't see that coming.
What
Yeah.
happened with the doctor?
And the doctor said, no more monkeys. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. So King was on bed rest for a bit.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, what his mother did
what'd
after
she
this,
do? What'd she do?
Who's her name? Her name is just Mrs. Kong.
Mama Kong.
Mama
Kong. Right.
Mama Kong.
How could you?
Sorry.
Mama Kong enrolled King into gymnastics and some dance lessons to learn some balance so that he would never fall off of things again.
Oh, okay.
Because King came to her and he was like, Mama, I don't want to fall off beds. And Mama Kong said, you're not going to fall off anything anymore.
Why stop at beds?
Let's enroll you in some gymnastics, some climbing, some dance lessons.
Oh.
That way, and throughout his youth, he took first in some ape Olympics. Here, let me give you.
Yeah, tell us.
So he found outlets for his
Yes.
his ability to fall off things.
No. Well,
It transitioned.
transitioned into
Did
not
he-
falling off.
Did he?
things.
So he took a lot of falls though before he became what he was, or was that?
I would assume there's some Rocky montage in there.
Okay.
But he faced his fear.
Yeah.
It's fair.
His fear of beds.
It's not falling, just beds. It's not the fear of falling. It's the
Didn't get a lot of good sleep.
No.
Okay.
No. Cranky Kong doesn't get a lot of sleep, but
We don't like. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
No, we're talking about
anyway,
Slappy
so
Kong.
he medaled in a couple of the Ape Olympic Games, including things like tree or not tree, which is can you climb the tree or not the tree?
Oh,
That's how he learned to climb other things other than trees and beds.
I thought that was going to be, is it cake?
yeah. He just determines
Well-
is it a tree or if it's not a
You,
tree.
you do determine it by climbing it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the banana toss and Diddy Kong Racing for the N64. Diddy had to throw it in there for
Yeah.
so
yeah.
there was
Everyone has good cousin stories growing up.
yeah. So
Did he probably won gold on that one?
surprisingly no.
Oh.
Oh,
Controversy, big controversy.
fair.
Kenneth actually won that one.
Oh.
Kong's brother.
Yeah.
King Kong's
Oh yeah.
brother.
I know.
Kenneth.
You
Kenneth.
remember?
I remember Kenneth.
So it was through all of those experiences, and all the while, Mama Kong was there cheering her son on, instilling a healthy fear of not falling, and because of that, King was able to, I don't know,
Accomplish great heights.
great heights,
Climb the Empire State
climb
Building
the Empire State
at
Building,
one point.
have respect for motherly figures.
And himself.
And himself. So I think we can all attribute King Kong's success to Mama Kong's love and dedication to her son and sons, as illustrated by the 5 little monkeys.
That's good.
But they're apes.
Nice work.
Wow. You took me on a journey, and I appreciate that. And I think you put a lot into this. So I'm gonna go 4 ducks as
Wow,
well.
nice work.
That was
All right.
really
Well
I'll
done.
take it. I'll
well
take
done.
4
really
ducks.
good. And I think Mama Kong and just the family of Kongs. I'd
That's
love to
pretty good.
be.
The Kong family is well known.
Yeah.
I would
in
love
the-
to be amongst the Kong family.
Yeah.
Just for like a Thanksgiving or a birthday party celebration.
Actually, well, did you know that Kyle
yeah.
Kyle Kong,
Yeah, Kyle-
King's brother,
Yes,
Kyle Kong.
Yes, Kyle Kong.
He's
From
the
the
he's the CEO of Kong, the dog treat toys, or dog toys.
I had
No
no idea
way.
Kong
Yeah.
was a dog treat.
Well,
Yeah, I've seen
if,
those.
in the dog community. If you have a dog, you
You know?
know Kong. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big name in dog
Yeah.
dog
Even
treats.
I know Kong.
I'd
Yeah.
love to hear a backstory about that, but another
Another
time.
time.
Next week on
Yes. Yes. Matt, you're up. I'd love to hear your movie Monsters mom story.
Well, if I'd have known that this was going to be a competition, I would have prepared a whole lot more.
Well, it's not really a competition.
No, it's just
It's
a
a,
box.
it's a competition. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, but I picked what I consider to be one of the most successful villains in movie history. Maybe a bit of a controversial choice, though. I picked Batman.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to field questions about that, but it's not the subject here. In regards to what his mother could do, we have a model for what his mother shouldn't do. If you've seen the movie, we need to talk about Kevin. Like, that was Batman. Left unattended, like that was Batman. He was going to grow to be who he was.
Yes.
Like, regardless
That's a good
of...
point.
So his mother tried to expose him to things. She took him to the opera, which obviously ended tragically.
Tragic. It's tragic.
Yeah,
It's
he had the best education. He was enrolled in the best schools. He lived in an economically depressed area, so he had like a diverse group of friends, and he was exposed to the hardships of life. But it just, despite her best efforts, she couldn't turn it around.
Right.
So he became a monster.
Yeah.
He became a monster.
Yeah, in an effort, but obviously, he's rich enough that he has the branding to present himself
It's
as,
a good marketing
as
team.
he has a really good marketing team, and that's that's part that's credit where it's due to his mother who enrolled him in the schools that allowed him to understand the principles of that.
Has
But
his own SEO. Batman
he's-
does his own SEO.
he's got it. Well,
No,
I mean,
I felt like Alfred does it.
that's
Alfred.
Yeah, man.
Everyone's got, every Steve Jobs got a Wozniak.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
And who got him Alfred? His mother.
Ooh,
That's a good point.
That's a great.
Yeah. I mean, Alfred was like the one shining light in his life,
Wow.
the one sort of like lamplight to lead him to a good life.
She knew.
Obviously didn't
She
work.
knew he would need that.
It takes a village.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a village or Alfred.
It takes a village or a billionaire, estate planning.
Yes, it does.
What was I'm forgetting his mother's name.
Martha.
Martha.
Wayne. Also, Martha is also the name of Superman's mother's name. So, remember that?
Wow. Is there lore that they're brothers
No.
somewhere?
No, they fight.
They do
That's-
fight.
well,
That's
right.
They beat
That's
each other up a
brotherly.
little.
Is that
yeah.
more evidence that they're brothers?
That's
That
fair.
they fight?
That's a good
They
point.
bicker.
I mean, okay, but like, what kind of person raises somebody who thinks that they could beat up Superman? Like,
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true. Yeah.
He needed a mother.
That's some arrogance.
This is like more of like the lack of a mother is what.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Superman, planet Krypton.
Sure.
Batman, not.
Nah,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
we don't need to go into that.
No, we don't. I'm sorry. You're right. Forget what I said.
So my question is, you're taking it from his lack of mother, or his mother, his lack of mother, but also his mother did so much for him.
She tried.
She tried.
She did
The
what she
little bit
could.
of goodness in him
Yes.
is
her.
because of
is
his
her.
mother. Okay,
Yeah.
so he could have turned out way worse.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
She did what she could have, right?
Yeah.
Until she was
He could have been the
Until
Joker.
that opera.
until the opera.
Yeah, until-
The Joker, you're right.
He could have been any one of. He literally is any one of the villains in Gotham. He's just got better branding.
It's all branding.
It really
I think
is.
that's what we're taking from
Yeah.
the movie monsters. They didn't have the budget that Batman did.
That's right.
The other monsters,
Yeah.
they just did not have.
Yeah, you give Kong $1 billion.
And SEO.
Yeah, and he'll own the building. He'll climb any building he wants.
He'll own the Empire State Building one
Yeah.
day.
I like that.
I'm just from a pure creativity standpoint, which this podcast, if
nothing else.
if nothing else, it is a creative
Indeed.
podcast.
Yeah.
It can come from anywhere.
We try.
Right? I think 4 ducks. I think that's a 4 duck answer.
Wow.
Because
444.
yeah,
And black is fitting.
yes,
Yeah.
That's like the beginning of an attorney's phone number.
yeah. Well, I don't know how you know that, but sure.
No, it's not my attorney's phone number.
1-800-444-4444.
Don't call that.
Don't call that number.
We don't know where that leads.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Okay, so now is the point. We've awarded the ducks.
Indeed.
Now it's you. Oh, we're putting them into the creative cap for
To see
the final decision
Who wins?
or the final drawing, I guess.
Yes.
And this is really important. Are you giving a little
Salt Bay.
for
Well,
that?
just
All
a
right.
little bit.
And
Who wins?
whose mother was
Yes.
the best mother?
That's right.
That's
This is
big
it.
question.
This is it.
Speaking of the
Wayne.
Dark Knight, am I right?
Dark
Martha
Duck.
Wayne. So here's
Nice
you
work.
You get to wear
Quack.
empty-
Quack.
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 This
Quack.
is the
Quack.
prize.
Quack. 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 Quack.
You
Quack.
get to wear the hat.
Nice.
He said, "This is the prize." No, this is the prize.
This is the prize, but it's not done though.
No, no.
okay?
No.
So
Of course
we
not.
have.
Our box fort's coming apart.
Oh no,
We'll fix it later.
that's all right. So here, pass this
Yes.
down.
You gotta have
to
two
Matt.
choices, two child
Randomly.
cards.
Randomly
Yes.
draw.
And the reason for this is it's just added creativity. There's really no.
Unless we do
Well-
something with it in the future.
Oh well, yeah,
True.
we can. We definitely can.
What do you got?
I got a zebra and a toaster.
Nice.
Zebra toaster.
So you gotta put them on your hat. Show the crew.
Now we can talk about the zebra toaster briefly, but then show the camera and
Your
lean
zebra
right
toaster.
into your mic and say, "I support zebra toasters."
Did you lure me here for this?
Yes.
Is this,
This is a marketing campaign.
all right. I support zebra toasters.
Hey,
There you
there
go.
we go.
Yeah.
Now,
Don't
I would
we all?
imagine
Don't we all?
the zebra toaster, it like creates unburnt parts of your toast.
So that it's striped.
Yeah, it's
That's
I-
good.
So someone who likes the burnt toast can just skip that section.
Yeah, both options.
And
or it's giving you a unique biting experience every time you bite into the toast, where
Love
it's
it.
like crunchy, soft, crunchy, soft. You know.
Good win for sure.
Good win.
Yeah.
With the Dark Knight.
Yep.
Yeah. So now you know what to expect the next time you're on, probably in a couple weeks, and we'll yeah. You don't have
We'll
to
get
be,
creative
yeah,
in the
you-
box fort.
Yeah, you don't have to be a stranger to the box fort anymore, and
right.
you
Welcome.
can look forward to wearing the
Yeah.
creative cap once again.
If you win.
That's right.
It's true.
And so we want to thank you guys for watching. We want to encourage you to submit questions so that we can answer them absurdly. And we
Please do.
also want you to answer these questions absurdly. Please
do.
comment. Yes, please do. Please comment your answers wherever you're watching this or listening to this.
And happy Mother's Day, dude.
And happy Mother's Day. Give your mom a hug because they're,
They're important, as you've seen.
they're necessary. They're necessary. Mothers. We all have them. So let's celebrate them. Have a good one.